been fighting in the States. More of the younger guys have been fighting in Canada.
Yeah.
So, with the older guys, they're a little bit more seasoned, a little bit more comfortable with the just rolling with the punches and kind of accepting whatever happens.
Yeah.
So it's been good that way. The young guys have been pretty lucky to fight in Ontario. Fight in Ontario and BC. So, there's not really much restrictions going out there.
Yeah. BC has been holding quite a few. I mean, Ontario's, I think, only one show since the whole pandemic, right?
Yeah, I think one, yeah.
Yeah, which is terrible for the athletes. Like, I don't think people understand professional is one thing. But for guys that are coming up, this is a huge hit to their life in terms of their goals and aspirations to become an athlete and to compete. Because there's no opportunities. And I don't see there being many, especially at the amateur level. There's not going to be many coming up in the next 5 years. So, for the sport of MMA in Canada, I feel like this is, you remember when we had the first event here in Toronto for GSP and Jake Shields and MMA exploded and it kind of put things on the map? I feel like this is like a full reversal of that whole progress that was made.
Oh, for sure. Absolutely.
Do you see it being able to recover it anytime soon?
Well, the top gyms will always make do. We can always go to the States. We're not that far from Rochester to get the amateur guys fights.
Yeah.
So there's always other solutions. It's just not time efficient. That's all.
Yeah. And I mean, have you had a guy test positive after he made the travel yet?
After travel, no. Everybody I know has test positive.
Yeah.
But it's all from domestic.
Yeah. Okay. So more like the local guys, they test positive, kind of.
Catch it from work, catch it from a friend, family member, catch it at the gym. It's coming from everywhere. But no, I don't think I've had anybody test positive from international travel yet.
Yeah, and I mean, before we move on to some more fun, more controversial shit, do you think that some of fighters in general have been sort of demoralized from competing going forward in the next couple of years? How when you have an MMA scene, you have veterans of the game, you have new guys, you have guys who are middle of the road or gatekeepers, ones that guys that they just take fights, and sometimes we kind of rely on those kind of guys to build up certain guys' careers and stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you think that we're going to lose some of that volume in terms of access to good matchups for especially Canadian fighters?
Once we release these restrictions, assuming we ever do, I don't think so. But yeah, in the meantime, it's hard to match up Canadian guys in Canada right now. I don't think Americans are trying to bring us down as much just because there's so many more hurdles.
Yeah.
But once all the restrictions are gone, I don't see that being an issue.
Don't see it being an issue? Wow. No. And I mean, you guys' business got hit hard at the start of this, and can you walk us through what kind of happened with Parabellum and that transition you and Lucas made?
Well, essentially what happened, I think the business that you've seen that survived the first wave or the second wave were businesses that had a landlord that was willing to play ball with them. And not that our landlord was necessarily bad. They need to get paid too. And the government subsidies were not helping the businesses like the people thought they were.
No.
Most of them were clickbait. It's just people on Instagram the government's helping out people so much. But if you actually open up and look what they're doing, it wasn't doing shit all for businesses.
Yeah.
So we just got left out to dry, and there was no foreseeable future of being able to open back up. And the landlord was asking for more money, and we had to make that hard decision.
Yeah.
Obviously, me and Lucas were planning on opening up again at some point, and it looked like we weren't going to go back in the lockdown until we opened up again this time.
And then
here we are. Yeah, here we are.
Enjoyed that clip? Please head on over to the link below to my YouTube page and watch the rest of the podcast. If not, you can always find me on Spotify or Apple or Google Play or all of those. We're on everything. Download, listen in your car, get it going. Thank you for the support. Please like, share, and subscribe. Have a great day.